High in the silent mountains stood an ancient monastery hidden between drifting clouds and tall cedar trees. The monks who lived there believed that the greatest battle in life was not fought with swords, but within the human mind. Among them lived a young monk named Tenzin, a boy who was disciplined in appearance but restless in thought. Though he meditated daily and followed every rule, his mind was constantly filled with anger, jealousy, fear, and endless comparison. Every morning, Tenzin watched other monks meditate peacefully while his own thoughts raced like a storm. He became frustrated with himself. The harder he tried to silence his mind, the louder it became. During prayers, he imagined success. During silence, he remembered insults. During meditation, he fought invisible arguments in his head. Slowly, his inner chaos began to consume him. One evening, after losing his temper over a small mistake, Tenzin went to the oldest monk in the monastery, Master Ryoku. The old monk sat beside a small lantern, calmly pouring tea as rain tapped softly against the wooden roof. Tenzin bowed his head and confessed, "Master, I cannot control my mind. The more I fight it, the more it controls me." Master Ryoku remained silent for a moment before pointing toward the muddy courtyard outside. "Do you see that horse?" he asked. Tenzin looked outside and saw a wild black horse tied to a wooden post, violently pulling against the rope. "That horse," the master said softly, "is your mind." Tenzin frowned in confusion. The old monk continued, "If the horse is not trained, it will throw its rider into darkness. But if it is disciplined, it can carry a man across mountains." Then he looked directly into Tenzin's eyes and said, "Most people obey their minds without question. Very few learn to command them." The next morning, Master Ryoku gave Tenzin a strange task. For 30 days, he was forbidden from speaking unless absolutely necessary. He was told to spend his time observing his thoughts instead of reacting to them. No distractions, no arguments, no escaping himself. At first, the silence tortured him. Thoughts attacked him from every direction, regrets from the past, fears about the future. Anger, pride, insecurity, everything he had buried began rising to the surface. Tenzin realized something terrifying. His mind had been controlling him for years, and he had never noticed. Days passed slowly, but little by little, something began to change. Tenzin stopped reacting to every thought. He learned to watch them come and go like clouds drifting across the sky. For the first time, he understood that not every thought deserved attention. Not every emotion deserved obedience. One afternoon, while meditating near the river, Tenzin heard a voice inside his head whisper, "You are weak." Normally, he would have fought the thought or believed it, but this time he simply let it pass. And as it faded away, he felt a strange sense of freedom. Months later, the monks noticed the difference. Tenzin no longer reacted with anger. He no longer sought validation. His presence became calm, steady, and powerful. The chaos inside him had quieted not because the mind disappeared, but because he had finally learned to lead it instead of following it. One evening, a young student asked Tenzin, "Master, what is the secret to peace?" Tenzin smiled gently and replied, "Your mind is either your greatest servant or your worst master. The choice is made by what you practice every day." As the lantern beside him flickered softly in the night, Tenzin understood the truth that changes every life. If you do not control your mind will eventually control you. Moral of the story: discipline your thoughts before your thoughts discipline your life. A peaceful mind is not found, it is trained.